Hello everybody, this is Punk Rock Gamer, coming at you with another video. This subject that I want to do is essentially a yapping session. This is going to be an unscripted video, to be honest. I have scrapped this video several times just because I have said some unsavory things. And, I've also... I'm not going to say, but still, I think I now have the absolute perfect talk that I want to, yap about. So this is going to be a yap session. Ranked anxiety, casual versus competitive. That's our subject. So let's get into it. So, first off, the ranked anxiety. Yeah, it's real, guys. I haven't played in over a week. It's terrible because, I love playing this game. It's fun sometimes. It is very, very frustrating. Some people think it sucks. But, yeah, I'm thinking that maybe this game is actually quite fair. That might be a controversial topic, but I'm all about controversial topics. Just look at my name. Punk Rock Gamer. Seriously? I am supposed to stand out, so I will. I think that Street Fighter 6's ranked is pretty accurate. It's fun. It's nice. It actually does. It is scarily accurate when it comes to matching with players that are your skill level or slightly harder. If you're having a hard time, they'll drop your matchmaking down just slightly one rank. It's nice. It's pretty nice. Now, I do go through a losing streak with this video here that I am showing. This gameplay is most likely from about maybe a month ago now, thinking about it. I said I hadn't played in a week, but the point is I haven't really played in a month. I've been trying to work on this video. Trying to work on anything, I have songs to do. I have anything to creatively. I've been putting it all off, honestly, but that's just another topic. I'll shelf that one. Anyway, I think that the reason for my ranked anxiety, personally, if anyone cares, which, I had no problem if you do. But if anyone has made it this far, then thanks. I think that my ranked anxiety kind of comes from I'm so close to master right now. I'm Diamond 1 and I drop back down to Plat after this session. I don't know how long I'm going to yap for, but I know in this video I caught it on as proof. Only thing is, I went back up to Diamond after a while. I'm not as bad as I think, I think. That's kind of good. But yeah, really. I have this whole thing with me. That's just my entire goal this game was to reach Master with Jury, finally. To reach the top of the damn ranks. But I think that was too much of a steep goal, and I have ripped myself apart, ostracized myself from the community. From several, actually, I admit. And it has been, right now, it's very bad. I am essentially by myself. So, who knows? This might just be a journal. Just a glorified journal. I know, you know what they say on the internet. The internet's forever. And whatever you post on there is just not good. Or at least, you know the saying. I don't have to go over it. I alluded to it already. But, let's see, what else? Oh, okay, so about 4.5 minutes in right now. Okay, so enough about my ranked anxiety. There are various reasons that a lot of people have this type of anxiety. And I think it's because of the very reason that people just maybe care about points too much. Now, I'm one to talk. I mean, I care about points way too much, but that's only because that's what I'm trying to use for my improvement. It's the only concrete thing I know because I can't see anything else. All I can see are my points. And if I'm dropping down, that means I got to do something to get better. If I'm going up, that means I'm doing something right. That's just my philosophy here. If it's problematic to the community, I mean, who cares about the community at this point anyway? I'm out of it. But I'm just playing by myself right now. At least I have a bit of a friend who is also kind of a coach who goes to local tournaments, so that's kind of good on me. Although, let's see, going into that subject to the other, casual versus competitive. Oh, we're getting into this subject now. This is the main point why I wanted to make this video. This is the main course, as you can say. I gave you a bit of an appetizer of how I've been doing in Street Fighter 6 and in ranked. Yeah, I kind of said that the first thing. But I think that casual and competitive players aren't really that different. Now, casual players usually start off just playing this game for fun, training, doing the single player modes like World Tour, Arcade. I personally started on Arcade in Street Fighter 4. That's all I did until Street Fighter 5 came out, and late game Street Fighter 4 it still had some life in it left because Street Fighter 5 sucked in vanilla. But I think that yeah, I know that. Oh, nice. Well, anyway, now I got distracted by my own gameplay. Sorry. Sometimes I really do tend to VOD review accidentally. I don't know, it's just in my nature here. I really should do more reviews. But, going from one tangent to another, I think that casual versus competitive players, they tend to go at each other's throats a lot. Because, I was the same type of person that doesn't really quite understand casual players. Because I'm hyper competitive. For me, even ranked is like a dick measuring contest. Pardon my language there, but you know what I mean. The main point is that I think what makes it a difference between casual versus competitive several factors. First off is how you get introduced to the game. Usually casual players play with their family members that are interested in these types of games. I do know that I got my brother interested in fighting games, mostly because he played Mortal Kombat. But, I don't really like Mortal Kombat, and I got him into Street Fighter instead, because that was kind of my jam. He isn't really the best at Street Fighter. He has beaten me before, but only rarely. But at the same time, I've rarely beat my own coach, who has trained me ever since Street Fighter 5, so yeah, shout out to Rua777 for that. He's still helping me out to this day, even after everyone turned their back on me, and that's nice, honestly. But yeah, if you know, you know about what happened to me, but I'm not going to go into it right now. I'm going to try to keep more of a focus because this video has been scrapped so many times just because of that reason. And I also kind of got a bit too volatile, so yeah, that's another reason. Anyway, I think... Okay, so jumping from one of my usual points to another, is that competitive players, I think a lot of them kind of originated through like arcades, and also based off of the personality style you have. Because if you are a little bit more insecure like I am, you might want to prove yourself in some form or fashion, just to compensate for something, honestly. But I think some people tend to get so much into this game and so much into the mechanics of Street Fighter in general, it doesn't matter which game you're talking about. People would fall in love with one game, and they would go to their local tournaments and try to make it there. and then try to make it big, if you know what I mean. Going to like major tournaments and stuff, really testing their skills. That was like the best of the best, though. That's how they started out. In fact, most of the pro players, I think, if I'm talking about competitive players, I might as well talk about pro players. They started playing for fun and just messing around in training mode and like, just being really taking their time with how exactly they got to approach things. And, they learned faster than other people, kind of the best of the best naturally, and, on a fundamental level that they actually end up learning a bit more. But yeah, some of these people don't really have the patience to teach other people. That's why we have coaches in like the fighting game community. And I might want to aspire to be a coach at some point because I know for a fact I cannot be a pro player, and that's not my prerogative. I play this game for fun. Like, I might as well be a casual player with a little bit of a competitive mindset because I want to get better. But, like, my main point is competitive players, I think, mainly focus on their own improvement. Potentially, some people treat it like a job, like a full-time thing. They put in hours and hours and hours. Like, in comparison, I got like over 600 hours in Street Fighter 6. I'm pretty sure a lot of the pros have over like 3,000 plus hours in this game. And probably most of it would be training mode, testing their skills in ranked, and then tournaments, and then their own local tournaments. And then, like, goes going further and further and further until they reach that million, like what Capcom kind of wanted the idea to be. But like that's ridiculous as well. The pro scene, I don't think I'd be able to survive it personally. And like I'm too angry of a person to be able to survive it because I'll get myself in some bullshit. But I think to finish off with the comparison is that yeah, this is actually appropriate talking about the pro scene and having like a Blanca match going on. Meta RD winning last year's Capcom Cup, or at least yeah. It kind of showed us that Blanca's better than what we think. But then again, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know. I personally don't quite know too much about it because I don't deal with the best Blancas and I still lose to them. So yeah. So yeah, what do I know? But as the comparison goes between casual and competitive, I feel like people get in each other's throats all the time. There's a lot of infighting in the fighting game community. Like even recently, over the past half a year or so, hell, ever since like Street Fighter 6 changed some of their balance patches, and like thinking about it, it's really bad. It's like some people out here are just toxic. That's just, I mean, it might be my opinion. It could be a little bit of objectivity that's just based on my personal experience. But I think that there are some similarities between casual and competitive players. All of us still play the game, guys. I mean, why you gotta be at each other's throats? I don't really get it. I guess it's because of ego or something. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I really wouldn't. Because, like, honestly, I've dealt with a bunch of pieces of shit in my time. And yeah, I've done shitty things too. I admit it. But I'm still not a bad person, honestly. I am still just trying to play this game, try to be as best as I can. And I will tell you this, I will never give up on my goal until I reach it. That is the best quality that I even have, honestly. Is that I never, ever give up, and that's what this game needs. That's what this game needs for a lot of people. And that's the beauty of fighting games, is like you can just keep going as so long as you can keep going. Just keep moving forward. It doesn't matter if you get hit by some shit. Like, just keep on going, no matter what. Yeah, I just had to pause with that because, man, that's profound. Still, if I can make it to Diamond even after 3 years, so can all you newbies who have just started. And I've watched someone new myself go from iron to bronze and have it be like them tickled to death and have it be the best thing in the world for them. That's what I like to see for a lot of people. Just not caring about anything but the improvement. That's the only thing that's like great about this game. Plus, it is very accessible, so that's great. It's accessible for a lot of disabled people. Between modern controls and being able to configure your controls to what you exactly want it to be. Like, personally, I did have an alternate configuration to the original controls. So yeah, I usually use Jury since I can kind of do the different buttons with her EXs or ODs, I guess. The main thing is I used to play Lily, and then like I had so much trouble with her Condor dive that I just macroed it to replace parry. Because I usually tend to parry with the medium punch and medium kick buttons anyway. I don't use the macro unless I'm drive rushing. And even then, I can like modify my gameplay to drive rush, and even then, Lily doesn't really need drive rush in the first place. Like, most of Jury's thing is drive rush. She has like one of the fastest drive rush other than like DJ. She's like second to that guy. Which is crazy. Like, very crazy. But yeah, I think I might. I'm looking at my footage right now. Yeah, I might have actually lost this match before. Plenty of times. I'm pretty fit. Recently, I am 50-50 on Jamie. Because, like, I just don't understand him. Yeah, sorry. This is the reason why I said this is going to be a yap session. Sometimes I might just look at my gameplay and just like, so what the fuck am I doing? And then like, yeah, okay, that was smart. But anyway, as far as like where I've been in the game, I haven't really played in a while. Mainly because I've been struggling with other things outside of the game. I mean, if you know, you know. But I doubt people will care. Other than like, my friends that most of them do, in fact, watch my YouTube channel. I mean, I've just been trying to like create content, honestly, about like whatever games I want to talk about, or even whatever I do want to talk about. It's just that it's very hard to make content and just to actually do it. I have gone through a bit of writer's block. I do have like at least one script about Monster Hunter that I wrote all the way in like spring. But yeah, it's just not very good, like in general. I may or may not enjoy doing this, but there's just other factors to consider. There's just way too much for me to like think about in order to really know for sure. But seriously, I don't know if you guys like this. This is like my third video after all, my second video on like Street Fighter 6. But yeah, hell, I don't even know what I was talking about. Thinking about it. Oh yeah, as far as I do want to elaborate a little tiny bit more on like the comparison between like casual and competitive players. I mean, usually I've seen a lot of casual players that don't really care about ranked all that much. But my thing is perhaps it could be a helpful thing. It's just very, very, very stressful. You know, having to worry about stakes and all that. I know I certainly worry about it. But, like, other than that, I don't know. Maybe I've exhausted this entire video in the first place. See, I hope you guys enjoyed my gameplay, even if I did mostly lose throughout it. I'm kind of 50-50 sometimes when it comes to matches. Kind of have like a 30% win rate-ish. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this. This is taking me so long to actually record, and like I said, I've scrapped so many versions of this video. That is ridiculous. But most of it is when I'm like, you know, kind of not myself. I'm a little bit more myself right now, but not completely. Just enough to be able to be a little loosened up. But yeah, anyway, I might be slightly running out of topics here. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like. If you like my content, there will be more down the road, so subscribe if you want. If not, hell, if you want to leave a mean comment, just go ahead, do it. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there that are watching me, that do want to leave mean comments and all that. Still, why does it matter? I'm doing my own thing. I'm minding my own business nowadays, so just, what's the point? Besides, I might delete your comment anyway, especially if it's too bad. I don't know, all I ask is, let me know if you enjoy it.